So coming down to like, let's move on to like the weaknesses of the team. So I'm gonna start with Ahaan. Let's start with you this time. What do you think are the weaknesses of the team?
So, I mean, it's a really strong team, and I really struggle to think of any really clear weaknesses. There's a couple I could. One of the main ones is that it's an even year. I'm banking on that. They win in odd years. Hopefully, the fact that it's an even year is one of the main weaknesses. The other one, more seriously though, I think there's a couple. One is Pandya. I feel like they don't have a replacement for Hardik Pandya, and Hardik Pandya over the last couple of years has been quite injury prone. So if Hardik Pandya gets injured or has to sit out a few matches, then I don't think they have a ready-made Indian replacement to come in for that. But then obviously they've got the option of Pollard and his and Krunal to like fill around that. But yeah, they don't have a real quality replacement for Hardik. The other weakness, this is not a weak. I mean, this is one of the weaker positions. Let's say is their spin bowling department. They've got Rahul Chahar, but he's not that experienced and he's had a good season. But let's see if we can build on that because Markande had a very good season for them and then he didn't really do anything the next season. So let's see what happens with Chahar. And also they've got Krunal, but Krunal isn't a 4 overs bank on all match days. So that's one I'm looking. If I was an opposition team, that I'd be looking to target the spinners.
Great, great. Yash, do you have anything to add to that in terms of weakness?
Yes, so I agree with the spinners point. Like you got that spot on. We don't have quality spinners. We have Rahul Chahar and we have Jayant Yadav, I guess, the two Indian quality spinners, and then we have Krunal Pandya, of course. So those three are the only spinners we have, and I think we missed a trick by not signing a spin replacement for Malinga. So Mumbai signed John Hastings for James Pattinson as Malinga's replacement. And given the fact that this tournament's going to be in the UAE with slow pitches or pitches that will be assisting the slow bowlers, it won't be good for us, especially like okay, we have a good variety in the spin bowling department. So we have a left arm spinner, we have a leg spinner, so we have variety, but obviously we're missing a quality overseas or a quality Indian option. So spin department is something that's going to be weak, but also the slow pitches. Not only would that not help with the slow bowlers, also the way our batting is made. Like okay, if you look at the Pandya brothers, if you look at Pollard, even if you look at Chris Lynn or people like Ishan Kishan, it's hard for them. Like they're all aggressive batsmen, and it's hard for them to get going. Maybe when it's a slow pitch or when it's a sluggish pitch or it's assisting the bowlers. So I see a possible problem there. Maybe there would not be an anchor. Let's say if there's a top order collapse. So that adds to the fact that there are slow pitches. So I would say that's one of the that's one of the weaknesses along with the spinner shortage. And like Ahaan said, it's an even year. So I mean, I would say like we are pretty inconsistent. And like the last time, I think in 2018 we didn't even make the playoffs. So
Yeah.
I mean, and also one more thing that I should add is very important that we forgot to add is this tournament is in the UAE and we have a really bad record there. In 2014 we lost all our 5 games.
Yeah.
So definitely something to do with the pitches and the team balance. So that could come into question.
Sense. I guess with the odd even year, that the saddest thing was that they made the documentary in a even year, the Mumbai
Yes,
Indians
exactly.
documentary in an even year, so that was just depressing. But I think in terms of weaknesses, one thing I noticed is that while there's a great top order. Wait, welcome back, Kabir. I'm just gonna say no worries, no worries. I'm just gonna say my weaknesses really quickly, and then you can go ahead. But I was just going to say that I think you guys nailed it. I think spin bowling is a bit of a problem. I think the UAE will be a little difficult for some of the batsmen. But I also think in terms of the top order batsmen, I really think what we're missing is like a very good Indian three, like someone who can play one down or two down. Like I know we have Rohit Sharma. I know you guys what are saying. I was just looking at the team. And I wish there was one more like really good, well experienced maybe Indian option to play in the top order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not his biggest fan. He's in my team. Don't get me wrong. He's in my team, but I don't love him. So I wish there was an alternative option to him.
Also, I think Rohit Sharma would be the opener, so she might.
No, I know he's opening, but I mean like one down, two down. I wish there was one more experienced player, someone who's played for India, longer. I think Yadav is going to be in that position. Don't get me wrong, but I just wish there was another option for that as well. Because like if one of them gets injured, I don't know if like the other Indian batsmen, like an Anmolpreet Singh or an Aditya Tare, can really come up and, play that position if some of them get injured. So they're sort of Tiwari, but like the Yadav is there. I just wish they had, they had one or two more Indian top order batsmen they couldn't pick from just in case. That's just one of the things I noticed when looking at the squad. But I don't think that'll be a problem for their starting 11. Just if there's an injury to one of those batsmen, maybe then they'll struggle to find a combination.
Fair enough. I think my worry is mainly that sort of similar to what Yash said, that what happens if the top order fails and then you have Pollard and the two Pandyas having to rescue a game sort of 60 for 4. Like how will they manage that? I don't know if I know Pollard is capable of doing it. He's done it quite recently for in the CPL, but I don't know if either of the Pandya brothers are particularly that able with like rebuilding in innings. They're great at hitting the ball, but their pure batting ability perhaps is lacking a little bit.
I also think that's not like that's why I was kind of also saying I wish they had one more experienced Indian player in their middle order, kind of in their upper middle order stuff, just so that they have someone who can hold an innings together. Just to like add to your point there.